Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to see how to use UiPath's new feature, Extraction Automation Builder. Extraction Automation Builder is an advanced tool to extract the text from images like how we do in intelligent document processing. But previously, we used to do in document understanding. We'll see what is document understanding, what is the difference between the native DU that we used to do in UiPath Studio versus the Extraction Automation Builder. And then we'll see a quick demo. Before starting with the extraction automation builder, let's have a quick look on what is document understanding. So DU refers to the ability of RPA robots to read and understand various types of documents such as invoices, receipts, contracts, and then emails. This involves using advanced technologies like OCR, optical character recognition, natural language processing, and machine learning. So all these are used to extract the relevant information from documents and perform actions based on that information. So that's what DU is. And how do we do this? In the UiPath Studio, we use UiPath Studio and install some packages that are related to document understanding, like intelligent OCR and other activities, like OCR activities. And then we use we make that full document processing possible. So taxonomy, we know like what do we want to extract, and then we completely in digital step we completely make the document digital, and then based on some keywords we classify the input document, which category it is, and then we extract only the relevant information from the whole information that is extract, and then we validate by using validation statement. We validate the extracted information, and then we export the results, and with machine learning we make it train by itself. So that's what the DU means, like in high level overview. And now, what is extraction builder? If you go back to the DU lifecycle, extract. So this is where the key step. The extract is the key step in this entire DU lifecycle. So here we use certain activities from UiPath packages, and then within that package we have to mention the OCR that we need to extract the information. For example, Google OCR or Omnipage OCR, some intelligent like form extractor, some OCR. So we use that OCR, and then based on some confidence levels, we decide like which OCR the robot has to pick. So all this we have to do manually, and then we have to set up that entire life cycle by ourselves. If you want a separate series of document understanding, please ping in the comment section so that I'll check. If more comments are coming for document understanding, I'll definitely create a complete series from taxonomy to the end. And now, what is extraction automation builder? This automatically creates you an extraction. If you see here, this is how it looks. So it will automatically, once you go to this document understanding and then click on extraction automation builder, once you get started, you just have to select the document that we are going to process. It can be an image also. So it will do all the steps, the classify, it will do everything, and then it will create you a simple workflow also in the Studio Web, in the orchestrator itself. So after it creates automatically, you can go and you can validate if it is okay, or you can adjust little settings like OCR and some things according to your needs. So that's what the automation builder means. So it will automatically creates a Studio Web workflow based on the document you provided, and it will be classified, and it will be uploaded to orchestrator. And if there are any fallbacks, an action item will be created by itself, and then you have to go to action center. You have to assign it to yourself, which you'll be seeing clearly in the next steps in demo. So within that action item, you can see all the extracted information. You can just confirm, and then the extraction will be done. The next steps you can decide on yourself. So what is the difference? So in DU, we have to do the complete setup. We have to set up the entire workflow, and it uses UiPath Studio, which is a desktop application. And automation builder uses Studio Web, which is like a web tool. It's like you can directly go to orchestrator and then navigate to Studio Web in the left side, and then you can perform everything there itself. You don't have to do the installation and all. So it is so user friendly, and then it is simple. And as I said, it will auto creates your workflow. You don't have to create any workflow. Now let's see how to do this. Firstly, go to cloud.uipath.com. Here, go to document understanding. Here you can see the extraction automation builder. So just click on get started. And if we study here, like it says, create a studio web workflow to automate your document processing by providing a sample document based on which document understanding activities will be configured. So the document you provide here, based on that, the document understanding activities will be configured. So let's select any sample invoice. So I'll select this one. It detected the document type. It is invoice, so it detected that. And then it says like with 54 confidence, this is classified as invoices. And then if you click on optional configurations, here you can see you can edit some of the additional fields like the project name, making it as like test underscore extract invoice. And then this toggle button, this will make sure that if you enable it, the validation station, if you're aware of document understanding, you have a validation station. So if you want that validation station, you can just toggle it on, or you can just switch it off. Keep it on. So just click on create workflow, and this is going to create you a studio web workflow. So if you see, it opened studio web, it created test extract invoice automatically, and it is generating the complete flow for you. And if you see here, it created the entire workflow for you. So firstly, it is getting a storage file. The file which we uploaded, it's stored in a storage bucket. If you want to see where it's stored, just click on manage buckets. So this is the storage bucket name that it created automatically. So this is the storage bucket. If you open this, here it's stored the file, colorful invoice template. We used sample invoice printable. Then just go to next page. And here you can see the sample invoice printable. So it's stored here, and then it is getting from here. That's what this download stores. It downloads from there, and then it just writes a log, and then extract document data. This is the actual activity where it extracts the information. So it extracts vendor name, vendor address, all the information. We didn't mention any of these steps in any of these details in taxonomy or classification. We just provided, and it automatically figured it out that it is an invoice, and then it automatically made the possible fields. So this was the downloaded file, and it gave it as an input, and then the result will be stored in extract results. So we enabled the validation station, right? So that's when you enable that, it will automatically create an activity. So once the extraction is done, it will create an action item, and then with the title validate data, and then there we can see all the extracted information. We can just confirm the extracted information. If everything is okay, then if there are any edits, I'll show you. You can edit there, and then you can click on submit. So let's quickly run this workflow. You see here in the left right hand side, it started. So it extracted the information, and then it created a new task. Just click on open in action center. If you know like what is action center and how do we manage all these things, like how it is created and action item is created and how to assign it to self, I have a separate series. You can check it in my YouTube channel. Okay, created an action item. Here you can see it automatically extracted the information from the invoice. I didn't say that this is the vendor name, but it automatically extracted with 96%. You can just confirm that this is okay. If you have any edits, you can just edit here. Now I'm not able to edit because I didn't assign it to myself. Just click on assign to self. Assign, it got assigned. And now here you can edit. So you can just select, check if everything is okay. So this is the vendor name. So it's okay for me. So I'm just clicking on it, validated. So I just click on tick so that it will be validated. So this is the general process. Like when you create a taxonomy, you have to select the fields. I mean, which fields you have to, for example, this in this particular place you have vendor name, you have to create all these in a taxonomy, and then under classification you have to choose particular keywords that this goes to some this is related to some other document type, so that I have to manually create in document understanding. So all those steps are eliminated, and it is handy that you just have to select the image, and the extraction builder will do all it for you. So next vendor address, it extracted correctly, so I'm validated. And then billing name, so it has been billed to Alan Smith, so it is okay for me. And mailing address is also okay for me. Shipping address, there is no details for shipping address, so there is a table here. Invoice date, if you see, this is the invoice date 11 11 and 18, so that is also correct. One validated. And if you want to edit something, you can always edit here. The total amount, tax amount, so the total tax amount is 304, so this is okay for me. So just like that, you can just, this is simply a test, so I'm just clicking on OK for all. And if you want to edit something, you can always edit. So for example, this is 50, but I'm just editing it to 50. I don't need point zero zeros. So I made it 50, and then keeping it as 50. So rest of the things are fine. Tax rate. Table, if you see here, it extracted here like description, quantity, and unit price and total. It automatically created the columns. If you just scroll to the right, description, quantity, unit price, line amount, and customer purchase order. So these are the general fields that it checks for. So these are not available. So it is just mentioning that it is missing. So you can just validate this. So these are the table row data. So this looks fine for me. So I'm just clicking on save and close, and finally you can submit. So until once the action item is created, the flow goes into suspended state. If you see here, so this is the general action center how it works. So it goes to suspended state until you finish the action item. It will stay in suspended state. So since I'm running it manually, I have to click on resume. So if you deploy this process, if you publish this process and then run it from orchestrator, so it waits until the action item got submitted, and then it automatically resumes. So it will automatically picks the existing free robot, and then it automatically resumes. Since I'm running it manually, I have to click on resume here. So it did everything. We validated also. So now this is the extracted information. If I copy this, then show it properly, just open in a notepad. So this is the extracted information from the invoice. So if you see here, net amount, I scroll back, this is the table data, and then tax rate, due date, net amount, and these amounts, I mean, these fields are billing name Alan Smith. So these fields will be dependent on you. You can always edit this workflow. So this is the workflow that automatically created by the automation builder. You can always edit this. Now let's see what are few limitations of extraction automation builder. So first one, only predefined documents are supported. Like these will support only custom document types and extractors. Like if you want, you can always suggest. Like if you want more, you can always suggest. And digitization settings will not be available for now. And the final one, as of now, only single document type can be selected for each file. All these will be like these are the current limitations. If you have any ideas, like for example, you need more extractors or you need more document file types for each type. That's all for today. If you have any feedbacks, ping in the comment section, and then see you in next video. Thank you and happy automation.